DOZHATOLDYA.COM.
What up, world? It's your boy King 808 God, and I got two special guests checking in. Won't you introduce yourself?
You know the vibes. It's your girl, the biggest Stunna Dior. We outside from New York.
Familiar.
Man, that's the Chief of all chiefs, Trill Will in the building. Yes, sir.
And tell me a little bit about what you got going on, Stunna.
Oh, you know, I'm in town. Got a little shows going on. We just had they had the billboard, the Who is Stunna Dior billboard at
Huge.
Georgia State earlier. Yeah, so that's gonna be running throughout the week and stuff.
Hard.
Definitely, we got the situation, the album coming, you know. So
Yeah.
it's some things moving. I just got back in the country like a month ago, and
You
and
always
it's been.
gone.
I was gone for like 3-4 months, so every time I'm gone for a minute, but it's like I came home and we right back at it.
So could you explain to the folks that don't know you in Atlanta who you are and where you come from and how you started your music career?
Yeah, I'm the Dagbana princess, North Ghana princess, you know.
Pop that shit.
You know,
Let me tell you some terrible things.
yeah, from North Ghana, and I've been in Detroit, New York, Atlanta, Miami for a minute, like from the modeling for the past, I don't know, it's been a while that I've been in the game. I've been in the game for a while now, so a lot of people don't know that, you know. Music is like the newest part of my career the past few years, but a lot of people know me from like TV and doing all the big music videos and all of that before, you know.
How did that feel?
That was the vibes. I'm a creative person, so I just like being on set. You know what I'm saying? I just like being on production, on set, like doing creative stuff. I like being around those vibes. So that's all I know my whole life. I ain't really did anything outside of that.
I understand. So latest single up into the next single.
Talk of the Streets just came out. You know what I'm saying? Talk of the Streets, that's out right now on all platforms. And Pretty and Gangsta with Me and Snow is still out, you know, the video running on BT Gems as well.
Okay.
Gotta tap into that. And we just had some singles in Ghana drop as well. And the single Ohima with Seminem for Life is gonna be dropping soon too. And, you know, they've been running it up on the blogs and Ghana, so there's some motion over there happening while I'm back home too. So I'm just appreciative right now.
Yeah, and we thankful for having you in Atlanta one more time. It's the
Yeah.
bad man with the bad girl.
Love
you know
Atlanta. Love
So,
Atlanta. Gotta come and
tell
get
me-
good eats, good food, good
Southern
vibes.
hospitality.
Exactly.
As we do. This is my family, y'all. This is big familiar in the building. You understand? So, Stunna, I want to revisit what all have you did since you've been in Atlanta, and how much do you enjoy the city, or do you even enjoy it at all?
I just got here yesterday.
Oh, you got here yesterday? It's your first time here?
No. You know, I dropped my first song ever out here in Atlanta. I've been coming to Atlanta since a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got family in Georgia as well, so I've been coming here. You know, I love it. Like it's always so, you know, dope.
Yeah.
Be received, and always doing a lot of work out here, press runs. So last year when I came back from Ghana, I was out here, and I also just shot a TV show with MTV, and Tammy Rowland as well down here.
Shout out to Tammy Rowland.
Yeah, shout out to Tammy. So that's gonna be coming out. We shot that down here in Atlanta too. So I be out here, you know. This is a little, you never know. You might see me with the hoodie out. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get mine.
Out here with my big back activities, and you know, catch me in a little restaurant, a little drinky drink.
And y'all don't be lurking all over shit. Now remember this Max Payne family, you did. So it's like Stunna, she been in the game for a while. New York representative, worldwide representative, across the country representative. So we want to shed a light on you, and we thank for having you right here at DOZHATOLDYA podcast at Break My Track and Atlanta Arts
Love you,
Institute.
appreciate you, love your soul.
Now, we got another guest in the building that's not a stranger to the city, and we know him very well, and he goes by the name of...
Man, Trill Will, man. You don't know, you better ask somebody.
You better ask him. Entrepreneur, real rapper, real trapper, real street nigga, real mafia. He's in the building. Trill Will, tell us about what you got going on, OG.
Man, you know, right now we got the Trill Will and Friends tour. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing right now, but we really expanding it right now. We got about 25 cities. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to All Right Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to you, Max Payne, man, because it's been a long time coming. We done did a lot of work, but everybody might not have known that we really was goddamn locked in like that. So, you know, it's time now.
Yeah. Big fact. We locked in for life, OG. And like I said, since I met him, you know, it's been nothing but respect, humbly and respectfully. Man, OG been putting it down out here. I watch him go from city to city, state to state. I actually met him through my partner, Podcast Jay. So we
Shout
gonna
out to
give
Podcast
you
Jay.
heard it first.
You heard it first,
shout
podcast,
out.
man, for sure.
Shout out to Florida, the whole
my guy.
Tallahassee, Fort Lauderdale, Opa-locka, Miami. You know,
Shout out to D-Land, man. You know, I'm from
Duval.
D-Land.
You got to shout out Duval. You know what I'm saying? I got family all up through there. Tampa. Shout out Jay, baby.
Man, I got a show in Tampa next week, next Friday.
Y'all folks
21st.
tap in. Y'all heard it first. And shout out
SCK Media.
Joe Black and all the family down there in Opa-locka. Shout out y'all too. We love what we doing, and we're gonna continue to do it. And right now, the music industry is wide open. So it's like,
Man.
what's your take on the music industry so far as it's been wide open?
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that it's been a lot of a flooding of certain types of music, where everybody got access to release music. I really believe that now it's time to bring the exclusivity back a little bit. You know what I mean by that is, you know, if you are a skilled swordsman, you know, we know who those people are. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to even expound on that. What's understood don't need to be explained. See what I'm saying? If you're a skilled swordsman, this is where we need you at. But if you just learning, go sharpen your sword. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But let the people who really do this.
Yes, amen.
You know?
You said a mouthful then, Trill, and because I see it every day, bro. Like I see it, OG. I see, you know, a lot of up and coming rappers, you know, they not taking the craft serious and they don't have the funds to back the craft. And it's like, yo, bro, understand when you step into this, you stepping into something that's been here and built for years off people blood, sweat, and tears, sort of like myself and everybody in here, right?
For real.
Because we've been in the game long enough to tell you young people that the way you're going about doing these things is not always going to be correctly. And we're not shunning you, but we telling you, you know, put some respect on the hip-hop and R&B and pop culture community.
Study your history. Oh, that's important, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people come in, oh man, with them old niggas and this and that, but you got to show respect to the ancestors and those people who came before you, laid the foundation and the groundwork.
Yeah.
You can't start at the top. You got to go, you got to build up, but you got to pay respect and veneration to all those who laid the groundwork.
Yeah,
and a lot of people, that's a lost art, studying the history of the game. Oh, what I need to know about that for? Because you want to know where it's going, where it went, so you can see where you could possibly take it. Because if you're not adding to the culture, then I feel like you're taking away. You just a parasite. And
That's
so
true.
we don't need that. We need people who going to be master builders and build.
That's true. Stunna, what's your take on it?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, you know, in addition to what he said, it's just like, if educating yourself is the best thing you could do for yourself. If you don't got no knowledge, you can't really get no money. You can't really do nothing, because anybody could, you know, trick you, fool you, and stuff like that. So you gotta know the game inside and out, the goods and the bads with it, the people that came before you, stuff that went wrong in contracts before you. It's happening. You're not the first one. So the more that you know, the more you're able to educate yourself. I feel like the more you're able to adapt, and you got to be able to move around, because you got 1 second and if you got one shot. Once you mess it up, you know, the industry's unforgiving.
Yeah, facts. It really is.
Like, the internet undefeated.
Definitely undefeated. The internet is definitely undefeated. So how do y'all feel about recent events in the world? Care to elaborate?
Which ones?
I was finna say there's
Whatever
a lot
you
going
feel.
on.
I said recent events.
I mean, so I'm gonna say what nobody else is saying.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that people downplay, you know, Mr. Donald Trump, but I feel like he
Shout out to Donald Trump.
he made some moves. I don't agree with every single one of them, but I will say this shit make more sense than it don't. My thing is, if you know the wagon broke, don't keep wondering why it's shaking when it's rolling, because it's broke, so you got to fix it. So in order, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So we know that this shit been rolling and it ain't been going the way we needed to go. Man, we got to scrap that whole model and come up with something else, and that's what they doing. They really just like,
I totally agree. Yeah, you said a mouthful then. How you feel about it, Stunna?
Yeah, I feel like, you gotta choose the best out of the both evils. They don't really give you much to work with, so you just gotta do it. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it is like politics and educating yourself is one thing, but you gotta still wake up no matter who the president is. You gotta get to it another day. You gotta do you. So it's like you really gotta be living in it. Like laws and stuff gonna get changed, but the better equipped that you are personally, the easier it is for you to adapt, move, get low, do whatever you gotta do. So
now we talking about government development versus personal development. So knowledge itself is the first and foremost. So if you don't got knowledge itself, man,
power.
Hosea 4:6 said, "My people suffer from lack of knowledge." So
talk that shit, OG.
Yeah, that's really, at the end of the day, man, it's written. We just gotta pay attention to the script. The universe talked to us. We gotta just pay attention to what's going on, man. I read the signs. We know we not in a precedented area. We in a completely uncharted water right now. We've never been where we're at right now.
Yeah,
never.
Yeah,
you say read the signs, but I feel like everything that they putting out into the universe, into the air, is to stop people from being able to really read the signs and like detach them from everything that's happened. So that way you're not really in tune. So
big fact.
Just speaking on that personal development, like it's not just about like reading books and that type of knowledge, but like self-care and being like in the moment too, because people be really like not locked in at all.
It'd
like
be crazy out here.
It's about equilibrium.
You end up putting yourself in a hole in a day. You ever meet people and they just keep running into the same wall and they getting upset about it, but it's like you being so upset about it and being so angry about it, you just keep doing the same thing over.
Yeah, over and over.
Insanity.
It's a roller coaster. So all that goes back to the music too.
Yes.
So music is a frequency, ladies and gentlemen. So it's like the frequency.
432.
There you go, my man. So he already here. So it's like we ain't gotta tell y'all too many times. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what moves you. Listen to what grooves you. You know what I'm saying? That's what we putting out. Nothing but hits. We only making heat around here. So we don't want to tank the younger artists, but we just want you to respect the craft a little better. That was the moral of the story, right? So now we're gonna go into upcoming events for next week in Atlanta. We have Shawty Low Week. Y'all give a round of applause for Shawty Low himself.
Shout out to Shawty Low.
OG. Long live Shawty Low, KOB, King of Bankhead, the one and only, the first side and only side. We went on Hot 107.9 today. Shout out to Incognito and the whole Hot 107.9 staff for having us. Auntie Sheila, thank you for putting together Shawty Low Week and making it happen for us in Atlanta each and every year. King of Bankhead Jr., Quando, my little brother, Shawty Low Jr., my little brothers. I'm much debt to y'all because of y'all father. Y'all my brothers for life. I love you niggas for life. So, with that being said, next weekend we have the celebrity basketball game. Then we have Collier Park. Then we have the celebrity game at Ben Hill High School. Be there Saturday. It will start approximately in the afternoon, around 12 noon. I will be there, and a lot of other celebrities from Atlanta will be there. And we have the Culture Live show, which is my biggest stage show that I've created in Atlanta, Georgia. It will be going down March 22nd. Red carpet starts sharply at 7 p.m. Ooh. Come in and be a part of the biggest stage television show. Not just a show, it's a television show, so all the artists get paid forever. Be a part of the biggest stage show ever in life, the Culture Live show, and be a part of Shawty Low Week. That's the legacy we carrying, and we just want to keep building the city up and bringing it back. Shout out to Mayor Andre Young. We was just with him Tuesday at his rally, and we're rooting for him, so everybody go out and vote for Mayor Andre Young. Good political party in the game. He really built Atlanta up, brought the community back together, and now we're seeing some monumental success for that. So we appreciate you, man. We love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being the good West Side brother and Downside brother that you are. Now, Stunna, what can they look for you from the summer?
Ooh, the summer, so much stuff has been happening every day. Oh, my nose ring.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
it's cool.
Good catch.
Yeah. So much stuff been happening every day that honestly, I just know the summer is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things that we got moving for some international plays, and I'm really excited to continue those moves. Last year, I was able to perform Afro Soca with
Wow.
Akon and Cranium.
You,
Oh, wow.
And they
Shout
had
out to
me,
Akon.
yeah, shout out to
Akon,
both of them in Cranium as
Fact.
well, you know.
Yeah.
And they had me representing the Afrobeat side. So I came down to Jamaica. They had billboards of me all over. It was crazy.
Wow.
And that's to present, you know, some about Afrobeat music that a lot of people have not heard because it's not on the airwaves yet. So I'm just excited for the international waves because I'm able to really go into those markets and now, you know, put the other side of the music out and be able to adapt to different things. So I'm excited for that. The TV shows that we talked about.
Big fact.
How did I not mention? I shot Drill Barbies.
All
Drill
right, then. Shout out to Drill Barbie.
Shout out to
yeah,
Drill.
we're going to get Drill Barbie one.
Drill Barbies on It's Serious TV.
Oh, wow.
We shot that as soon as I landed a few weeks ago. So it's with me and Murda B and Shani Bonnie, a few other you know, popping female drillers in New York. And it's a documentary where they're telling the story about the Ghana princess coming to New York and everybody else's personal story. So
yeah, you know
I'm
the
excited
shit, right?
for that. Thank you.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you another question. So, how is it? Okay, so let me be real. Is it different dealing with your American fans than your out the country fans? Which fans are better?
Oh, the out of the country for sure. I hate to throw America under the rug, but
Yeah, we got to tell the truth.
Tossing.
Yeah, back up.
it's horrible out here because we just lack true, genuine support. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody got to look and figure it out and see what's real, and they searching for something instead of just genuinely supporting people for winning and doing great in their life. And I think that's the difference. When you out of the country, they don't have to know your music. They don't have to know much about you, how you carry yourself, or if they do hear your music, whether they know if you big in another country or you're not, they gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna stream your music. They're gonna push you. And if you pushing yourself, forget about it. They got the saying Ghana to the moon or Stunna to the moon. That's their saying. Whatever they want to push, they say da-da-da to the moon. And it's a hashtag in every country where it's got, you know, because they push
that's
they
dope.
people so big that it's bigger than this world. Like
Y'all
that's
hear
how they
this
look
shit?
at it.
Yeah,
You
I might
know,
have to steal
the
that.
Africa to the world movement, like they whole, you know, embodiment is just about pushing each other and bigging each other up,
Right.
and also helping each other that's smaller too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what I learned as well. It's not just about the people that's up and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like the people that's up also take care of the people that's not
That's
up.
down,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And that's what we do here in Atlanta. And that's what the city got away from, but we are bringing it back together again. So all the old school players and all the young players is starting to play together, which keep making the city and our economy here thrive. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand exactly what you mean, because people got to learn, you know, each one teach one, each one help one, right? So
Yeah,
when
most
I'm
definitely.
going up that ladder, if I'm the leader, then I got to get up that wall first. So once I get up that wall, now I'm turning back. Let me pull my next partner. Let me pull my next partner. We all going up together, right? But that mentality did leave us for a period of time because everybody wanted to be number one. Nobody wanted to
It's
play
a
their
crabs in a
cards.
bucket mentality.
Correct, yeah. And that's sad. But I'm glad as I'm looking at the hip hop community and all the other music genres, cultures right now. It's like everybody collabing, everybody working together, and they reaching down to the independent artists and helping them pull up too. So it's like now I'm starting to see that same love for the music.
Yes.
Not the industry.
That's
the
right.
music.
That's correct.
It's
Yep.
coming back. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? We had a lot of upsets with Young Thug and Lil Keed and R.I.P. Lil Keed, Slime. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of upsets with stuff like that. Lucci being pent down in jail, Thug being pent down in jail. But now those guys are free. So people like, for us, you know, we had little homies like Lil Baby from Spark Street. I knew Lil Baby before he was Lil Baby, right? So Lil Baby used to trap on Spark Street in a little project. There wasn't that many buildings, and we had the trap house across the street, me and my cousin. So I used to watch them do their little videos and shit with their little cameraman. I'd be like, that little nigga gonna beat something. And I'd be damn, he turned into Lil Baby, right? So QCP was trapping for real, and everybody was moving, but what happened was some kind of way the city got twisted up for a little while. Not a lot. The artists went going against the DJ going against the artists. We just not getting out of that. So now, after much work and much faith, prayer, whatever niggas was doing, right? Niggas is clicked back up. So Atlanta is back in Atlanta, just like New York. I see New York coming back
and
together.
New York energy
It's like the
definitely
whole
coming back
world.
together. But I feel like Atlanta forced New York's hand. Somebody got to say it.
That's true.
Yeah.
They forced New York's hand
That's
because
true. Yeah. I agree with
Atlanta's
that.
wave
Atlanta
was
forced everybody's hand.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
New York was like doing their thing, and then the wave took over, and it took for drill music to really. And then like even when drill came out, everybody was more focused on beefing with each other.
Yeah.
Than you know what I'm saying,
'Cause it's
collabing with
aggressive,
each other.
you know?
Yeah. Than
Yeah.
collabing with each other. So
Yeah.
now I feel like now that a lot of stuff happened over there, we had a lot of deaths, the Pop Smokes, and you know what I'm saying, Lil TJs, and a lot of beef that's been going on over there, the same as over here. People get locked up, the K-Flocks and stuff, that it kind of made people tone it down. And now we back on like, okay, party music, enjoyment music, like music,
Yeah.
still doing the same thing, but we definitely like blending more towards the unity. We seeing that like.
And we see that in your community, Trill, in Florida. Tell us a little bit about your scene.
Florida has been heavily influenced by Atlanta and Detroit. Those are the two notable markets that really influence Florida. And believe it or not, Cali, because Cali, they stick together. Them boys have always stuck together for the most part. And so between Atlanta and Cali, I think that it's a growth thing. It's just recognizing that you are my reflection. You are my reflection.
Right.
Yeah.
When I do something to try to deceive you, I'm only deceiving myself.
Because you my brother.
We all come from one source.
That's right.
It don't matter what you want to call it. It don't matter about none of that masculine, feminine, whatever.
That's right.
Point is, we all come from one. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Yeah.
So it all comes from one source.
And a lot of people don't understand that. I'm glad you said that.
Mm-hmm.
You said some real. You done said like 4 real shits tonight. We gonna have to make us a podcast called The Real Shit, because that's all you kicking. Because one thing about it, I preach to the youngest the same thing, and the older ones too. You know, I tell them, without a team effort, nothing works. You don't see Fortune 500 companies just running off themselves. They got people in places. You got workers. You got people that's out there volunteering. That's right. You got people out there holding signs. Like, it takes a village to build anything. Even from your birth to your death, you're still gonna need the help of the people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people be like, "Oh, I don't need nobody. Oh, I did this by myself. Oh, fuck everybody." No,
Stop it.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop. That's not the way this works. Even from the day you was born to the day you die, I'm here to tell you
That's
have
a
had
sickness.
help.
That's a mental disease.
Mental
bro.
illness, yeah.
That's
And it's going
real.
around. That's a bad drug these days, you know? And, you know, shout out to all the mental health doctors that are
We need
helping
more of
these
that.
people. We need more therapy,
More therapy.
more
Yeah, sure.
taking people away from their trauma, whether it's childhood. People hold on to
shadow
a lot
work.
of
People who
shit.
can teach people how to do their shadow work.
Yeah.
we need
Yeah,
them.
the shadow work
'Cause if
journal
you don't do that,
was
man,
going viral.
That's the road of
It's-
self discovery though.
But it's
Correct.
little things that's out here, giving it on TikTok that went viral.
Yeah.
It's little tools, the shadow work journal, and a lot of people was able. I actually got one at my house. I didn't get
That's
through
lit.
it, but I got it. I
Right.
was
That's
one
lit.
I
step
feel
at a
you.
time.
Yeah, I know what
But
you mean.
it take time. Like, that's not one of those things you can just hurry up and write. It takes
Right.
time. You got to sit down, reflect, really, and understand what's going on.
You are your
Right.
own worst enemy. As soon as
Yeah.
you get out of your own way,
Yeah,
nothing can stop you.
that's true, man.
It's that simple.
That's true, man. And that's the God's truth. Y'all hearing it right here on Doja Told You with Max Payne tonight. So we at Break My Track. We have Stunna Dior and Trill Will in the building. You know what I'm saying? We just saw the biggest Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar performing. You know, I had one of the biggest Super Bowl parties at the Look Cinema with Jesse. And
Somebody said that the first act is ready, is on its way. What's the name of the first act? Give me the first act.
you know, we want to shout out Kendrick and Drake, man. Because guess what?
Sure.
Out of all the stuff, you know, I see through the mirrors, I see through the cracks. I understand exactly what the record company is doing, and I understand exactly that they know what they're doing.
For sure.
Reason being is because I studied this shit so hard, I'd be like, damn, they so fucking smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you niggas is smart. But I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I can't say too much.
I
but
mean,
know
Drake
what's up.
album just dropped. You feel
Yeah.
me? He did his thing with Party. They got some
Yeah.
little gems
And
on
they
there.
all winning. Even the record label and them winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they
So-
both on Universal.
Right. So it's like Universal eating and they eating. So it's like they laughing at the rest of the world like y'all really think this what's up, right? And let's talk about the Hot Boys reunion. Shout out to Cash Money.
That's huge, man. Shout out to Cash Money.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cash Money been out here shutting it down, yo. I wanna really shout out Cash Money, shout out Slim Birdman, Manny Fresh, Juvenile, BG, Turk. I actually had a chance to work with Turk. I worked with Lil Wayne before too, but with Turk, you know, we was in Atlanta in the trenches. Hey, Turk a real nigga. We had Turk out there with all the sticks. This was like fucking 7 years ago. Turk out there with all the sticks. He chilling. Like, he ain't worrying about nothing. Yo, he shows
outside.
so much love to the hood. Right there on the west side. He showed so much love to the hood. We was in Adamsville, and he performed the song, and then he stayed extra. For the scene, and he didn't even get paid extra, right? He
that's
stayed
love.
like
You
that's
love that
love.
shit.
So Turk, shout out to Turk, man.
Shout
We
out
love
to
you,
Turk,
OG, man.
man.
It's time for another beat from Max Payne, man. What's happening? I just had the pleasure of sitting down and
He
talking
going
and
up right now.
showing
too.
love with Jay Money today, one of the pioneers of Atlanta.
Man,
Man.
futuristic sound.
Oh man, the first astronaut, him and Young
Yeah,
LA, the
yeah,
very
yeah.
first astronaut, first name, last name, basic loaded entertainment. A lot of niggas don't remember that shit. I was here for
First
all
name,
that.
last
I was
name.
here for Hood Mart. You ain't from Atlanta if you don't remember Hood Mart with DJ Scream out there and DJ Drummer selling motherfucking mixtapes.
Right.
You're not here. The gas station, the Texaco, Juice Man trapping out the Texaco in real time.
Gas like a
Yeah,
Texaco.
Young Rav was the first rapper to have motherfucking a documentary series with him slanging weed in the hood in
yeah.
real time. I was here for this shit. Cleveland Avenue, Young Rav, what it do? Jug. We still jugging for the love, my nigga. My nigga did my birthday party for me and shit. But it's just so good to be around good energy, good people. We want to shout out to New York also. Shout out to Star Rockaway. Shout out to GQ Beat. Shout out to all my player partners in New York, Brooklyn, Queens, Crown Heights, wherever you might be at in New York. We love you. DJ Lazy K, New Jersey, Murder Baby. He done moved to LA, but we still call you New Jersey. We love you. Max B. Free fucking Max B for the last time. And one day we're going to be saying it back with
Max
goddamn
B
Max
free.
B free. You dig what I'm saying? Want to big it up for OG. Real OG in the game. Funk Flex, everybody can't come on here. Y'all know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying?
Drop a
Shout out to Sway. Shout out to Star Rockaway. I think I said her name already.
Yeah.
Shout out to my manager, Will Cornish. Shout out to Gene X, my agent. Shout out to Josh X over there at KSR. Shout out Charlie Walk. Shout out Trill Will. Shout out Stunna Dior. Shout out Stunna Dior. Shout out Trill Will. Shout out Max motherfucking Payne Shawty.
Shout out
Yeah,
Max
shout
Payne.
out
One of the
Max.
realest producers
Hey man,
ever
shout out
gonna
No
be.
Love Baby 1K, man. That's my little
Shout out
fucking
to
dog.
No Love Baby 1K. Jacob, I call him.
Yeah,
Goddamn,
yeah,
he changed
yeah.
his name.
Yeah, he changed his name.
You know he
Ain't
called
man.
me, right? He said, what do you think of this name? I said, shit, that shit fire.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was like, damn, it's long as hell, but
Yeah, I loved it. Hey, he keep me laughing. Jacob, that's
Yeah.
my boy. Y'all look for him, man. He's a talented white boy.
man,
coming
when we
from
dropping
Florida.
the amazing remix?
Well,
Because you know, world ain't
He
heard that.
dropped it, but I got to drop it. Because I told him, let me give him a proper rollout with
Yeah,
the
he
joint.
ain't want to. Yeah.
Well, you got to teach him. So you got to show him
He
what to
young,
do.
he
We're going to
young.
show him what to do,
He
yeah.
young.
But Jacob is coming. He's a dope white boy. I consider
Very
him in
talented.
the caliber of Drake and all.
Yeah,
of them.
he
Like,
kid
he
producer,
Can, he can go
he
with
do
all of them.
everything. Yeah, he hard,
do
man.
everything. That's my white twin. You know what I'm saying? My little brother. Shout out to Jacob. And I also want to shout out AMF. And I want to shout out Look Cinema, Jesse over there, Max Yacht, the brand. I want to shout out Shawty Low, the whole estate, the family, the foundation, the city of Atlanta again. I want to shout out DC, Detroit, Black Mafia family for life, Word to Big Meats for life. We want to shout out all my player partners, OG Shark, you know what I'm saying? He stay contact me. Shout out to Lil OC. Shout out to Quando, man. Damn, man, we just out here. Shit, and all our partners that's gone, we still here for you too. So shout out to Young Dolph, Bankroll Fresh, Trouble, School, all my niggas. that's gone, we still repping that shit. So, Stunna, any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, y'all know Detroit my hood, so shout out to my family in Detroit since you said that. Definitely shout out to AR on the show. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? On the link
and shout out to Drummer Bentley too. You know that's AR partner. That's my dog. So we got AR on the track from jail.
Yeah,
recently.
Shout out CW1. Shout out Sony. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Sony, man.
Shout out CNN and Fox Kansas for the story this week too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to blogs.
You was on Fox?
Man,
yeah, CNN.
Wow. Look at you.
Oh, making moves, man.
Yeah, always. She always on the move, riding horses and shit, making me jealous because I can't come outside because I got to make beats for all these motherfuckers.
You making the beats, I'm making the records.
I'm going to get on the plane making the beats. I'm ready.
You know,
this
that's what I'm doing.
outside.
I'm getting on the plane like, let me try rising.
Yeah, I'm outside. So, Trill, who you want to shout out?
Man, I have so many shout outs. Shout out to the whole family. Let's start there. Shout out to Worldwide Collaboration, GFM. 3 letters. If you don't know what that means, it's God first, family second, money third.
Amen.
In that order. You know what I'm saying? The alchemical formula for generational power, which leads to generational wealth. That's what we on. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the whole Atlanta, man, because, you know, like one thing about it, I was living out here a couple years ago and it changed my perspective on a lot of stuff, man. It definitely helped me grow as a person. So shout out to the whole Atlanta, shout out to Money Mile, shout out to Pimpin' Ken, shout out to the whole, all the DJ cliques, all the coalition DJs. You know, there's so many DJ coalitions, Next Level. Shout out to X Squad, shout out to Boss Made DJs, there's so many of them. Shout out to Decepticon, man. That's my motherfucking brother, man.
My little brother.
You know what I'm saying? Bro accepted me with open arms when I was trying to figure it out in Atlanta, and he was like, man, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's big. Max Payne, shout out to you, bro, because
Big
you introduced me to some people I still work with. Even when I wasn't talking to you, I still was dealing with people that you introduced me to.
I appreciate that.
So that's part of the game. Just being able to, and I just thank you know, myself for being able to really absorb the information, because there's so much information in Atlanta, you can drown, bro.
You sure can.
Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, you got to know which way to go. Yeah.
And it's 3 different Atlantas, and it took me a while to learn that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, with that being said, man, it's all praises to the Most High within me, and that's where I'm at.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
And we also want to shout out the whole D4L. We want to shout out Doja Told You podcast. Stay tuned. Me and Doja Told You is like Vlad and Boosie. We out here. We're going to be coming with y'all with episodes back to back. We blew y'all mind with the first one. But the next one, I promise you, you're going to love it. Oh, yeah, you're going to love it every time because, dang, we're going to pop it and we ain't going to stop it. You hear me? That's my man. Shout out to the whole AAD. Shout out to my boy Chris. He's another producer that's coming, and he's doing major shit. I'm doing major shit. This is the biggest year ever. This is the biggest ever.
Year of the snake, man.
Yeah,
2225, man.
5.
That 9, that big 9.
With the Aquarius.
Yeah, and everybody that's been grinding for 5 years or better, this is your money season year. Take advantage of it while you got the chance. So don't sleep late. Get your ass up. Goddamn, get up early and get to it. Goddamn, I be up 4:30 in the morning until I fall out. I'm gonna work till I pass out. Yeah. And if I need the melatonin to knock me out, sometimes I can go for 2 or 3 days. You know how me and Sean be rolling? We really out here. Like, so look, every day, make this your motherfucking anthem. Get your ass up and get to it. Get your ass up and get to it. Do it like you've been doing it for the last 5-6 years. Get to it. This is your bag year. Don't miss the ride because everybody's going, but everybody ain't going if you ain't knowing. You did what I'm saying? Your boy Max Payne shining off, Stunna Dior, Trill Will. We done popped
in the building,
and we ain't gonna stop
man.
it.
It's up,
Doja Told You podcast to be continued. Yeah, we out.
Mind manipulation matter, man. Remember that.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dame Doja. If you're looking to get your interview done or be a guest host on our podcast, hit us up at DOZHATOLDYA.COM. Bump what you heard. Remember who told you? It's Doja told you.